thought it went on automatically. Good evening and welcome to Council Budget Meeting for Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. Please rise for the playing of the National Anthem in a moment of reflection.
Oh, Canada.
Thank you. Please take your seats. Councillor McPherson, would you please do the land acknowledgement?
The land on which Council meets today is the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabeg and Attawandaronk and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation peoples, many of whom continue to live and work here today. This territory is covered by the Upper Canada Treaties and is within the land protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. Today, this gathering place is home to many Indigenous peoples made up of First Nation, Inuit, and Métis. The Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement should remind us of our responsibility to ensure the territories on which we live and work, is never emptied, and that we take care of the land and its inhabitants in a way that ensures its future sustainability. Thank you.
So tonight, I'm going to start off by giving a report, and I'm pleased to do so. And as chair of the Budget Committee, summarizing the committee's work and outlining the proposed budget for councilors' consideration. The development of this budget has been guided by extensive public engagement. Throughout the fall, residents took part in a range of opportunities to share their thoughts and priorities, including our telephone town hall, the in-person budget open house, and the online engagement tools provided through the city's website. These conversations were constructive and informative, and they played a direct role in shaping the recommendations from the mayor, as well as the recommendations being brought forward this evening. Residents emphasize the importance of maintaining core services, sustaining our parks and recreational amenities, ensuring responsible financial stewardship, and continuing to invest in the long-term growth and health of our community. This year marks the third and final year of our current multi-year budget cycle, and we continue to see the benefits of this approach. Multi-year budgeting provides predictability, creates a stronger planning environment, and enables the city to balance affordability with long-term service needs. And not everyone was actually in favor of when this came forward, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but their name starts with Mayor and ends with Cisco. So he was one of the components that wasn't into it, so he's fully on board now, though. So the results demonstrate its effectiveness: a 1.78 levy increase in 2024, a 2.85 increase in 2025, and a proposed 1.7 increase for this year. These steady, responsible figures reflect disciplined financial management while still allowing us to make strategic investments where they are needed most. The proposed budget also includes several focused service enhancements that respond directly to the feedback we heard from the community. These include $500,000 allocated for value for money audits funded by the Tax Rate Stabilization Reserve. $500,000 funding for a winter control pilot program funded by the Winter Control Reserve. $120,000 increase in funding for the St. Catharines Public Library funded by the tax levy. $250,000 for the Ontario Street Corridor Secondary Plan funded by the Civic Project Fund. Together, these programs reflect targeted, thoughtful investments that are designed to improve service delivery in areas residents identified as priorities. I want to extend my sincere thanks to many residents who provided input throughout the process. Their engagement is a vital part of building a budget that reflects the needs and expectations of our community. I also want to recognize staff for their professionalism, diligence, and clarity in presenting council and the public with information needed to make informed decisions. And then finally, I want to thank the members of council around my table for their collaboration throughout the multi-year cycle and for their ongoing commitment to the responsible physical leadership. With that, I'm looking forward to council's decision tonight on the amendments brought forward by councilors, and I know that we have one councilor missing here this evening that will be watching to see how well we do as well, and that would be Councilor Garcia. And those would be my comments. Thank you. If you could do the reserve limits.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you, with regards to the city's reserves, after the proposed recommendations and amendments this evening, the tax rate stabilization reserve will have a balance of $4.9 million remaining, and similarly, the Civic Project Fund will have a balance remaining of $4.7 million. With regards to the usage of reserves, when there is an allocation of up to, that means that the reserve amount is only transferred for the dollars that are needed, and that is reconciled at the end of the year as part of our year-end processes.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to the adoption of the agenda, and there are no amendments to the agenda, and there are no additional items of correspondence. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda? Councillor Stevens. And do I have a seconder? Councillor Lindell. All in favor? Anyone opposed? It's carried. And then adoption of the minutes. Can I have a motion to adopt the minutes? I have Councillor Kushner, and for a seconder, I have Councillor McPherson. And that motion is that council adopt the minutes of the regular council budget meeting held on October 15, 2025, and that council adopt the minute of the regular council budget meeting held on November 5th. All in favor? Is anyone opposed? And that's carried. So declarations of interest, are there any this evening? Okay. Thank you very much. So I have a motion to move the consent report. Does anyone wish to pull any report for discussion this evening? Okay, seeing none. Can I have a councillor to move this? Councillor Lindell. And I'll get the deputy clerk to read the list of consent reports and call the recorded vote.
There are 6 items on the consent report this evening. Item 6.1, Financial Management Services, Summary of Amendments for the Mayor's 2026 Readoption Budgets. Item 6.2, Financial Management Services, Update on 2026 Tax Impact on the Median Home due to updated assessment information from MPAC. Item 6.3, Legal and Clerk Services, Procedures and Next Steps for 2026 Readoption Budgets. Item 6.4, Financial Management Services, Capital Project Report for the third quarter ended September 30th, 2025. Item 6.5, Financial Management Services, 2025 third quarter operating financial update. And item 6.6, Financial Management Services, Grant Update Report, November 2025. And so on the consent report, Councillor Lindell?
Yes.
Councillor Mako?
Yes.
Councillor McPherson?
Yes.
Councillor Kushner?
Yes.
Councillor Miller?
Yes.
Councillor Phillips?
Yes.
Councillor Ratzlaff?
Yes.
Councillor Stevens?
Yes.
Councillor Williamson?
Yes.
And Chair Dodge.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Thank you. So delegations regarding the budget, there are no registered delegates tonight. Discussion reports, there are none. Water and wastewater budget amendments, there are none. Capital budget amendments, and there are none for that, are there? And so we're going to move into the operating budget amendments, and we're going to move into 11.1, and that's the operating budget amendment number 1, increasing funding for St. Catharines Cultural Investment Program. And I have moving this motion, Councillor Phillips, and seconding the motion, I have Councillor Williamson. And Councillor Phillips, would you like to speak first or last?
I'll speak right now, thank you. Very simply, the SCCIP program has not received any additional funding for about the last 10 years, if I remember correctly. We are, right now, as far as our comparative municipalities, our funding is around the bottom quarter of the number of cities that we compare with. By putting this amount of money in, is going to boost us up to the top half, the top 50%. In the past, the city has received awards given to us for the quality and the number of our cultural programs, and by adding this amount, we're going to be able to reestablish the fine cultural programs that we have. I'm pleased to see also that in here it's included that this is hopefully going to be continued, just not for this year, that this amount will be continued in 2027, 2027, and in the future, in 2028, so that it's just not a one-shot deal. That, and then the method of giving money back into SCCIP, or the SCCIP program itself, will be reviewed every 5 years rather than, it's been probably 10 years since we've done it. So I'm hoping that council will approve this. I know there's a lot of people sitting behind me that are hoping it goes through also. And I think it's time we rewarded our cultural programs for increased funding, for all the great work and the contributions they make to the citizens of St. Catharines. Thank you.
Are there any other speakers? Councillor
Do a
Williamson?
favor and not say too much, because I think Councillor Phillips has said it well, and I don't want to ruin any potential momentum that we had going into this. So, yeah, it's like I said, I'll not say anything. How about that? Maybe that'll secure some more votes.
Thank you, Councillor Williamson. Are there any other speakers? Oh, Councillor Kushner?
Thank you. I'm certainly supporting this for 2 reasons. One is that Councillor Williamson did not go on at length. And the second is I served on the Cultural Committee for years, and I know the good work they've done. And as Councillor Phillips has indicated, we did make a commitment in the past, after we had consultants' reports, that we would increase our commitment to them to an appropriate amount, and that motion does that tonight. I also consider the Cultural Committee to be the most entrepreneurial in the city. They're not shy seeking grants. They do that very effectively. So they're not only a cultural community, but they also bring economic benefits to the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Kushner. Any other speakers? Okay, so I'll look to the Deputy Clerk to do the recorded vote.
Just have to wait for the microphone system to enter voting mode. So this is the fun waiting game part. Councillor Phillips.
Yes?
Councillor Williamson.
Yes.
Councillor Stevens.
Yes.
Councillor Ratzlaff.
Yes.
Councillor Kushner.
Yes.
Councillor Lindell.
Yes.
Councillor Mako.
Yes.
Councillor McPherson.
Absolutely.
Councillor Miller.
Yes.
And Chair Dodge.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Moving on to 11.2, and this would be the operating budget amendment number 2, Mountainview Park Granular Pathway Upgrade. And moving the motion, I have Councillor McPherson. Seconding the motion, I have Councillor Ratzlaff. And Councillor McPherson, would you like to speak first, or?
No one wants to hear about paths? Ready to go? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Can't believe people didn't stay for the paths and all the other things. So I'm bringing this motion forward. It's been a long time ask from the neighborhood, going back about almost 8 years. And the pathway currently is used a lot by moms and kids, and there's a lot of seniors in the neighborhood, and the path has pretty much shrunk down to a non-existent. So Councillor Ratzlaff and I are bringing it forward on behalf of the neighbors and the folks that use the path, and I'm hopeful that council can support it. That's about it. It's a path. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak to this motion? Okay, then I'll ask the deputy clerk to do the recorded vote, please.
Just waiting for voting. Councillor McPherson.
Hundo P.
Councillor Ratzlaff.
Yes.
Councillor Stevens.
Yes.
Councillor Williamson.
Yes. Yes.
Councillor Kushner. Yes. Councillor Lindell.
Yes.
Councillor Mako.
Yes.
Councillor Phillips.
Yes?
Councillor Miller.
Yes.
Chair Dodge.
Yes. Oops. Yes.
And that's carried.
Moving on to item 11.4, and that's the operating budget amendment number 4, increasing funding for the 150th anniversary of St. Catharines. And I have Councillor McPherson moving this motion, and I have Councillor Williamson as the seconder. No. No, it's Councillor Williamson. Yeah. Yeah, Councillor Williamson. And do you want to speak first or last to this? No, I'm doing 1.4, 11.4. I'm sorry, I beg your forgiveness on that. So on the operating budget number 3, Fairview Park, Labyrinth, Resodding, and Restoration, and I have Councillor McPherson moving this, as well as I have Councillor Ratzlaff seconding the motion. And Councillor McPherson, would you like to speak last or first?
I'll be brief.
Only.
First and last. Again, this was brought by the residents who use the Labyrinth. It was a partnership, and it is very much in need of resodding and making it nice so that the people who use it can use it the way that it is meant to be used. That's all.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak to this? Okay, I'll look to the deputy clerk to do the recorded vote.
Councillor McPherson.
Yes.
Councillor Ratzlaff.
Yes.
Councillor Phillips.
Yes?
Councillor Miller.
Yes.
Councillor Kushner.
Yes.
Councillor Lindell.
Yes.
Councillor Mako.
Yes.
Councillor Stevens.
Yes.
Councillor Williamson.
Yes.
And Chair Dodge.
Yes,
And that's carried.
thank you. Okay, so we're going to try this again. 11.4, operating budget amendment number 4, increase funding for the 150th anniversary of St. Catharines. And I have moving this Councillor McPherson, and seconding I have Councillor Williamson. Would you like to speak first or last? Okay.
Again, I will be brief. Next year is our 150th anniversary. It's an opportunity for us to show off all that we have, become in St. Catharines, and the plans are in the works, and they will be events and things happening across the city for the entire year. And this is an up to amount. It is not, it may not be this full amount, so no need for panic. But it's an opportunity to celebrate and show off our civic pride and make sure that we're putting on events that all the residents of the city can enjoy and be proud of. Thank you.
Councillor Williamson.
For the 100th, when we actually minted some dollar St. Catharines coins, and occasionally there's one that pops up in circulation, but I think they're of no value. Anyway, I definitely support it, and I'll stick with the previous trend of saying less, because I'll just get myself in trouble or something, or lessen the chances of being successful when Councillor McPherson would want that to happen.
Would there be any other comments? Councillor Mako?
I didn't submit any amendment, but I did have a good conversation with Councillor McPherson today, just because we have our Port Dalhousie 200th anniversary next year as well, and there's going to be some good collaboration between the two, so no need for an extra budget amendment, but just when we're thinking about planning our own events, we're going to try and work closely together in the year to come to make sure it's a very celebratory year for St. Catharines and Port Dalhousie.
Very good, and I see a thumbs up from the gallery back there. Are there any other speakers? No.
Mr. Williamson, I have some of those coins at home, so plus the crest that they used to give everybody in school with the city colors, I still have those.
Thank you for those comments. Thank you for those comments, and I'll look to the Deputy Clerk to do the recorded vote.
Councillor McPherson.
Yes.
Councillor Williamson.
Yes.
Councillor Kushner.
Yes.
Councillor Stevens.
Yes.
Councillor Ratzlaff.
Yes.
Councillor Phillips.
Yes.
Councillor Miller.
Yes.
Councillor Mako.
Yes.
Councillor Lindell.
Yes.
And Chair Dodge.
Yes.
And that's carried.
At this time, I'm going to ask Councillor McPherson to take the chair as I'm moving the next two motions.
No new motions? Okay. Anyway, okay. Next up is from Councillor Dodge, Sunset Beach Traffic Management. And it would be Councillor Dodge moving and Councillor Phillips seconding. Councillor Dodge, would you like to? Oh, what are you doing?
I'll follow suit and speak first. I think that it's pretty explanatory, and if you use the beach this year, you saw the benefits of the process that we had in place this year, and we're hoping that it'll be even better for the next year coming. So I hope that I have the support around the table for that.
Anyone else would like to speak to the motion? Councillor Phillips. Councillor Phillips?
Yeah, simply, again, that's not necessarily the amount that's going to be expended. It's, at the top that it could be it might be 100,000, it might be 50,000. Hopefully it's 50,000. But anyways, it is definitely in need because it can be a very difficult route to get through during the summer at times. So it worked last year, so hopefully this will do it again next year.
Thank you. I will, any other else? No. I'll look to the deputy clerk to call the recorded vote.
Councillor Dodge.
Yes.
Councillor Phillips.
Yes?
Councillor Ratzlaff, not Chair Ratzlaff.
Yes.
Councillor Stevens.
Yes.
Councillor Williamson.
Yes.
Councillor Kushner.
Yes.
Councillor Lindell.
Yes.
Councillor Mako.
Yes.
Councillor Miller.
Yes.
And Vice Chair McPherson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
All right, next up, 11.6, operating budget amendment number 6, Walker's Creek Granular Pathway Maintenance. Moving the motion, we have Councillor Dodge, and seconding the motion, Councillor Phillips. Councillor Dodge, would you like to speak first?
I will continue on with the tradition here this night. As Councillor McPherson referred earlier, we have a path that runs quite a ways down, and it's in need of some repair. This is well used by our neighborhood, and many seniors from mine in Grafton have been trying to use this path, and it does need some repair, so I'm hoping for your support in this.
Additional, Councillor Williamson?
Yes, I'm a person who walks and cycles that section of the Walker's Creek Trail regularly and others, and we need to have fine granular that's compacted, because if you move from loose granular to even well-compacted smooth surface granular, it's a problem. It's an unsafe situation, particularly for bikes that have narrow tires. So we need to do it here, but we also need to look at some other places in terms of accessibility. And if we have areas where there are some steep slopes, we may have to, and I'm not an advocate for asphalt, but there's some places where they're steep, we'll have to go to an alternative to gravel. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Phillips?
Nothing to do with the amendment, just that so far we've increased the operating budget with all that we've talked about tonight by 0.04%. So I think we've done quite well in adding to this, and the mayor a long time ago brought together this tax stabilization fund, and it obviously is doing the job it's supposed to do. So I think we've done a pretty good job tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. I understand that a past budget chair was also very handsome, but that's just what I've heard. Any other comment? No? I look to the deputy clerk to call the recorded vote.
Councillor Dodge.
Yes.
Councillor Phillips.
Yes?
Councillor Kushner.
Yes.
Councillor Lindell.
Yes.
Councillor Mako.
Yes.
Councillor Miller.
Yes.
Councillor Ratzlaff.
Yes.
Councillor Stevens.
Yes.
Councillor Williamson.
Yes.
And Vice Chair McPherson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
And now we'll switch places again.
Thank you, Vice Chair McPherson, for that. So, okay, so now we're moving to 12.1, and this is to shorten the budget amendment period. And I will look to the deputy clerk for overview and the next steps in this process. And I have Councillor McPherson moving this and Councillor Phillips seconding it.
Thank you, Chair Dodge. So similar to the motion that came forward this time last year to council, This motion will shorten council's 30-day budget amendment window to end this evening, and in doing so, it will then allow the mayor, effective tomorrow, to have the start of his 10-day veto period, in which time he can give written notice if he intends to veto any amendments, or if he wishes to shorten his budget or his veto amendment period at that time. So based on the action taken by the mayor, we will then know if the budget is deemed adopted or if we will be entering the amendment override period at that time.
Councillor Kushner?
Yes, I'd like to make a comment. Tonight was very surprising. All the amendments were unanimous in the approval, and I think that's a testimony to the good work that the Budget Committee has done. So congratulations and thanks to the committee.
Thanks you, Councillor Kushner. We appreciate that. Are there any other comments? Councillor Williamson, sorry.
As the second longest serving member of council, I'd also like to express my appreciation to you for the great leadership you did in steering the committee, and to senior staff for the assistance that you provided, and to the mayor for the work that obviously he's involved in, since this is his budget. But you're the chair, so thank you very much.
Thank you for those words, and like anything, it was a great team behind me, so it made my job much easier and made me look even better. Except for tonight when the 2 pages stuck together, and that was the deputy clerk's fault. I'll call the question now.
I have to get better paper next time, apparently. Councillor McPherson.
Yes.
Councillor Mako.
Yes.
Councillor Lindell.
Yes.
Councillor Kushner.
Yes.
Councillor Williamson.
Yes.
Councillor Stevens.
Yes.
Councillor Ratzlaff.
Yes.
Councillor Phillips.
Yes?
Councillor Miller.
Yes.
And Chair Dodge.
Yes.
And that's carried.
So moving on, there's no closed session this evening, and there's no thing arising from that. And then we do have one bylaw, and can I have a councillor to move the motion? Okay. Councillor Kushner and a seconder, Councillor Williamson. And the motion would be that the bylaw listed on the council budget agenda be read the first time and considered and passed. A bylaw to confirm the proceeding of council and at its council budget meeting held on the 19th of November 2025, one reading with respect to confirming the proceedings of the meeting held on November 19, 2025, and that it be signed and executed by the chair and the deputy clerk. All in favor? Anyone opposed? It's carried. So we have adjournment. Who would like to? Councillor Lindell and Councillor Kushner. So now that there are no further items of business, the meeting be adjourned. Thank you.